This week on MotoMan, we find out, is luxury a car or is it the brand on the car? Let's assume for a minute you're a big mustard fan. Of course, you would really have choices. You could buy the fancy version that has a lot of marketing hype behind it and has a cult following at the Polo Club. Or you could buy the cheap and cheerful store brand that's for the poor slobs like me. They do pretty much the same thing, just one costs about double the other. So how much is the brand worth it to you? The same could apply to premium luxury cars. Most of them nowadays have big V8 engines, they have heated and cooled seats, and all of them have enough leather to claim the entire cow population of the Italian countryside. The thing is, are you buying the brand or are you buying the car? That said, what is luxury? Let's find out. So what's luxury? Is luxury the badge that hangs off your car? Or is the name off the back of your car? Is it some signpost that tells your friends how much you spent on your car? Or is it the toys that's in your car, the gizmos that make you feel all giddy inside? Things like cooled seats that make your butt feel so good. Or toys like sunshades in the back. Or my favorite part, how about an electric seat in the rear so you can sit back, hang out with your best girl and watch a movie? I don't know. Maybe luxury is beyond things like that. Maybe it's not one, not two, but 5 layers of hand-finished wood, or real leather on a console in the back seat that matches the real leather on the dash in the front. I would submit luxury is probably all these things. The question is, how much is the badge worth to you? Yes?
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
I don't have any Grey Poupon, but I have store brand mustard bought on sale.
Thank you very much.
Have a luxurious day. Or is luxury the way the car drives? Is it the things that go tick under the engine? Is it a powerful engine? Things like lane departure. You know, we've seen it in different cars before. Somehow the car can read the road. I don't know how it does it. It can pick up on the lines and then it communicates with you. But in most cars, it either yells at you, it's got a big coffee cup on the dashboard that says, "Hey, wake up, you're going out of your lane." But this car does it a much more elegant way. It actually kind of hugs you. The seatbelt pulls you back and says, perhaps you should pay attention. Makes me want to just think, you know. And then there's luxury for car guys, and that's very simple. That's a big, powerful engine, proper weight distribution, in this case, 380 horsepower, 6-speed automatic transmission with the manumatic mode, or whatever these guys want to call it. And then it's a big 4,700-pound car, but the weight distribution is almost 50-50. For the pedantic folks out there, 52-48 front biased. Then there's the question of what does luxury actually look like? To answer that, there's really 2 ways a designer can go. There's the super unique way, which is off here, or we could go a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's start with the unique way. There's really only one peril going down the unique path, and that's you don't get the designation of, wow, that's a beautiful car. You could potentially go off to the, well, you know what? She's got a lot of presence. That's kind of like saying, she's probably not the prettiest girl in the world, but she's got a great personality. I think what we have here is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's take a look. I think the best thing, or the thing that really stands out about the design here, is this really cool character line. It goes almost to the middle of the back door, and what it tells me is Bentley Continental GT. Then there's a couple of other things that kind of stand out. They say This is a luxury car. Pay attention, I have presents. Big, like saber-tooth grille. You've got the stand-up hood ornament. Can't say this, the stand-up hood ornament is the way I would go, but it certainly says, I've got presents.
Your Hyundai, sir.
Hyundai? Okay, this is where car guys and cars unite. This is where the rubber meets the road. See if people even pay attention. Oh, we got some people looking at the Hyundai. Got some people looking at the Hyundai. Got a guy with a Duff Beer shirt. Oh yeah, look at this. See the girls, notice all the women like it. All the women like, see, she's got this positive look to it. It's like, oh my God, what's that? What kind of car is that? Now we're getting everybody here with our fancy car, our mystery car here at Bob's Cruisin' tonight. So Mark.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You have just come up to me and asked me what kind of car is this?
I did.
First, I'm going to answer your question with a question.
Okay.
What do you think it is? It's going to take a look. You've seen it, you say it's luxury, you like the ornament, you'd be attracted to a guy who drives this car.
Yes.
Would you be attracted to a guy who drives a Hyundai?
Probably not.
It looks like a combination of things. It looks like it
combination.
could be a Lexus. It looks like it could be a Beamer. It looks like it could be a Maybach. It looks like many things.
Maybach. We like Mark. Well, let me ask you a question. What kind of car do you drive now?
A Lexus ES350.
And how long have you been driving an Asian luxury car?
3 years.
And what were you driving before that?
I can't remember. I can't remember what I...
You can't remember the car you had 3 years ago?
Before...
I remember the car I had in high school.
I don't know. For some reason...
You're at a cruising. You should know this. So what would you consider this car to compete with?
My Beamer,
What kind of Beamer do you drive?
330i.
Oh, you have good taste.
I like my cars.
Do you have a manual or automatic?
I have an automatic.
I mean, I am surprised that it's a Hyundai. You know, it almost looks like one of them old Rolls Royces, you know.
Almost a Rolls Royce, he says.
If you could put like a Quiet the Girlfriend panel up, so like kind of like a limo.
So now that is the design suggestion we got to send over to Korea. So let's call this, what is it again? Quiet the Girlfriend.
Yeah, and you can put her in the back, go, honey, have a massage.
Yeah.
Hang out.
Yeah.
You know, relax.
Mark?
Yes.
You're sitting in a Hyundai.
Really?
Really?
It is a Hyundai.
It's a Hyundai. Because I drive a Hyundai, you wouldn't.
This is a Hyundai?
This is a Hyundai.
This is a Hyundai.
This is a Hyundai.
How is this a Hyundai?
This
Hyundai, made by...
Hyundai. You know the Hyundai Sonata, Hyundai Accent?
I don't.
Well, it's a Hyundai. They have them in England too.
Do they?
Yes. Are you ready for the piece de resistance?
Let's see. There it is.
Now, if that's not going to quiet the girlfriend, I don't know what is. Let me tell you, my friend, that will not help you.
Because you can't talk. No, but you can't talk when
She
you're putting on
can't-
lipstick.
exactly.
And she's getting a massage.
And she's
The
getting a
feet are up.
massage.
Hopefully she
Feet
falls
up, she's
asleep.
done.
Remember the sticker price of the first Hyundai they
Yeah,
made?
it was $6,000. My brother had one. And he made me go on spring break to Key West to pick up girls in a $6,000 Hyundai. So do we have a chance now that it's a Hyundai with those kind of features?
I think so.
We have our answer. This is the luxury car that you have to kneel down to the bottom of the aisle and search for the lower price cereal. That's what it's like. But the thing is, you kids still like it. It's still fruity flavored goodness. Hyundai? Hyundai? Hyundai is making a $60,000 premium luxury sedan? Okay, a lot more than a jar of mustard. But the analogy still applies. This Hyundai Equus, it really does all the same things a Lexus LS and a Mercedes S-Class does. And we're comparably equipped. It's about half the price. Put it next to a Lexus LS, they even look similar. Or so said a gaggle of unsuspecting car guys and gals at a popular cruisin'. And when I told them it was a Hyundai, they all looked at me as if I asked to have sex with their mothers in front of them. So really the question is this. Are you secure enough in yourself to drive a premium luxury sedan that doesn't have the fancy label, big marketing budget, or the racing history of Hans and Franz? Or do you really, really need that badge or whatever that eagle horse soaring thing is? If you need it, it's going to cost you $40,000 to $60,000. The choice is yours. But if you want to drive your couch around a corner, just hit the button again and you just float. And of course that went into the dark when I did that, and that was a good take too. Then we get back here and it gets a little bit stronger, looks a little bit different, and I just scratched my head.
Okay, it itches.
Let's assume for a minute that you're a big mustard fan. Of course, you would have choices. You could buy the fancy one, the price. Question is, I don't know what the am I even doing? Now to me, luxury means a few things. The most simplest things, go over here. So the question really, what is the question? What's the question? Hyundai is making a $60,000 premium luxury set.